50084. And joining me now from Kitty Central out at the Northwoods Humane Society, Lisa Lew. Good morning, young lady. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. I'm awake now. So,
You haven't been drinking any coffee, have you?
no, for a couple of months now, I stopped during the summer because it's just too hot to be drinking coffee. So,
Mm, I don't know.
and
I can't get going in the morning without my coffee.
yeah,
No way.
I know. I'll probably go back to it in the winter because I am missing the morning flavor of vanilla. I like the
Oh.
French vanilla creamers and
Mm.
my favorite. Yeah. So
Well,
what's happening over there at the Northwoods Humane Society?
well, I'm holed up back here in the cat ISO area with kittens in the background
Yeah,
playing toys. I gave you a little tour of some of the cats that were in here earlier.
yeah. I couldn't
There's
quite see them on my little screen here, but anyways, that's fine.
yeah, so
But people
they
should come in and see them in person, right?
yes, well, not in this area. This is our isolation area where I'm sitting.
Oh, okay.
So this is where new animals come in, new cats come in, and they stay here until they've been spayed or neutered, or sometimes they're back here because they have an issue that needs to be addressed before they're adoptable. Like we have a little kitten that was injured, was brought in last week, and she's getting some treatment right now, and we're kind of on hold waiting to see if what's going to happen with her leg. Her leg's not broken, but she has some nerve damage to it, and so
Mm.
we're hoping that it'll get better. But the nice thing is that the really sweet man who found the kitten is potentially interested in adopting her. So
Okay.
yeah, in fact, he's going to come today to visit her. So he's really nice. He saved her life, so he feels kind of obligated to
Yeah. Very
take
cool.
care of her.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, lots of adoptions, lots of puppies going out the door, lots of kittens. We still have some really nice dogs, and I think we have maybe two or three puppies that are still available for adoption, and lots of kittens. And we still have a few cats that have sponsored adoptions. Muskie the cat is still sponsoring cat adoptions.
Oh, okay.
We
Yeah.
had one on Monday. A cat named Brando was adopted. So there's still a few cats that are available, and their adoption fees have been sponsored by Muskie, so they are free to anyone that has an approved application. So, and there are a few of these cats that are really going to be best in a home with no other cats. So, if someone is just looking for one cat, we've got some super nice ones right now.
Okay.
So yeah,
Oh,
so
then you're offering some spay and neuter, not brochures. What am I trying to think of? What's the word?
voucher.
Vouchers. Yes.
Yeah, so
That's
this
going to help pay for those procedures.
yeah, so this is a program that we have going all the time. But I just wanted to remind everybody that if you have a dog or a cat and need some financial assistance to get that animal spayed or neutered, we have vouchers available that will pay for the whole cost of the spay or neuter surgery. You do have to qualify, and it's a pretty simple application process, and you can do it online if you go to our
Uh-oh. I think she froze up on me. Oh no. Come back, Lisa. Oh dear. Well,
Uh-oh.
there you are. Okay, you came back.
I was like, did I lose you?
Yes, you did.
You always say, oh, goodness.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, it's better
so
than saying
anyway,
something else. Anyways.
so yeah, we just want to remind everybody about the vouchers. So it's for residents of Sawyer County or towns that are close to the Sawyer County border. You know, we
Okay.
help people
Yeah,
who live in Cable, Minong, Springbrook, any of those towns that are pretty close to our Sawyer County border. So,
sure.
but yeah, it's an easy process to get approved, and we either email you the voucher, or you can always stop here at the shelter and pick one up, and then that certainly helps. It's expensive to get animals spayed and neutered, so we want to help people that are in need. So if you have a animal that needs to be fixed, then give us a call, or email us. So.
Yeah, very good. And then we were going to be talking about the dog parks that you have available because there's leash laws in the city of Hayward, I think in the town of Hayward, even in LCO, and dogs just can't run around free. A lot do, but they shouldn't be. Anyways, there's a great place where people can bring their dogs and pets and let the leash go and let them run around. Talk about those.
Yeah, so it's always surprising that a lot of even local people don't know that we have two bark parks, or what we call the bark
Oh,
park or dog parks here at the
okay.
shelter, and that they are open to the public. They're not for our shelter animals, which some people think that's the case, but
Sure. Just
but we
exclusive use. Yeah.
yeah, so we don't take our sheltered dogs into the bark park. It's just for the public to use, and anybody can use it. There is no charge. There's a bark a dog park for large dogs and one for small dogs too. So if you have little dogs and maybe they might be intimidated by some of the big dogs running loose, you can take them into the small dog park.
Okay.
And they're both open from dusk or dawn to dusk, and that, like I said, there's no charge, but there are donation boxes if you're happy with the service and would like to give a donation to help the upkeep. We have poop bags and toys out there. So, there's and it has to get mowed too. So there is some maintenance that goes with all that. But
Okay.
yeah, it's really nice for people who have dogs and you don't have a lot of place where you can let them run loose and let them get some exercise, and very importantly, socialize with other dogs.
I was just going to say, yeah, you have to get them out there with the other dogs in the community so they know
Yeah,
how to socialize.
exactly. And there aren't too many rules, but one of them is that your dog is well behaved and gets along with other dogs well.
Yeah.
We don't want any aggressive dogs out there, dogs that are starting fights, or playing too roughly with other dogs. But so dogs must be well behaved, and then they should be vaccinated for parvo distemper and for rabies. And that's not
Yeah.
something that we check, but we just hope that the public is follows through with the requirements. The one consideration would be if you have a little puppy that you've just gotten and it's maybe only had one parvo distemper vaccination, probably wouldn't be a great idea to bring it out in the public
Mm,
with other dogs until it's had a series of parvo distemper vaccinations, just for everybody's safety. So.
sure.
But
Very cool.
yeah, as long as everybody's playing well and getting along, and there's lots of people who go out there on a regular basis. They kind of have a little social club out there, and they same
Hmm.
people, the same dogs come every day at about the same time, and kind of do a tour all around the whole area. It's about a 5 acre area
Yeah,
that's
it's a very
fenced.
big spot there. Yeah.
So yeah, it's really nice, and it's people can socialize and talk to each other about their dogs and issues. So it's not only good for the animals, but it's also good for the owners. And sometimes
Yeah.
you learn a lot about dog issues and from other people who have dogs. So
Yeah. Maybe you
uh,
share a breed with somebody that has another breed out there the same, and you can share your experiences of what goes on with the highs and lows of certain breeds.
exactly,
So,
exactly. And just behavioral issues that it's nice to know, maybe someone else is having the same problem with their dog and they've done this and it's been helpful, and
yeah.
it's good exercise. A lot of people just kind of sit and throw the ball for their dog because there are some pavilions, so you can sit, you can get out of the sun if it's too
Yep.
hot. But a lot of people just kind of make a tour all around and walk with their dogs, and the dogs are running all over and having a blast. And then they go home and they're nice and tired and they're all
Yeah.
worn out, well behaved.
Yeah. So these two dog parks are located at the location where Northwoods is, right?
Yes. So
Okay.
as you drive into the shelter, the dog park for large dogs is on the right, and there are two entrances. So you can go in either way. There's a little parking lot right by the first entrance, and then directly
Yeah.
across from that parking lot is the on the other side of the road is the park for the small dogs.
Okay.
So yeah, and they both have water available. There's usually a couple pools out there that the dogs can splash in when it's hot. And yeah, it's a great place to take your dog. And if you're working on things with your dog, like recall, getting your dog to come to you, it's really a good place to be able to do it safely. So you can have your dog out there and it's loose and running and having fun, and you're going to work on getting your dog to come back to you when you when you want it to.
Right. Yeah. You bet.
And there aren't a lot of other places where you can do that safely. So that's the nice part about it is everything is fenced in and you don't have to worry that they're going to get away from you. So
Right. Yep. So how many dogs do you have right now ready for adoption?
gosh, maybe I want to say
Roughly.
10, maybe
Okay.
11,
And how
and
many cats?
probably about between 50 and 60 cats right
Oh
now.
my. Oh,
Lots of kittens. So
lots of
um,
kittens. Okay.
yeah, and that's about average for this time of year. But that's why I wanted to remind people, because this time of year, cats are trying to have another litter of kittens. So if they have a cat
Oh,
that's had access to the outside and could potentially get pregnant, we'd like to get them spayed for you. So
and vouchers are available for that. So,
vouchers are available. And we also do have an emergency medical fund that's set aside if somebody, besides spay and neuter, if somebody has some
oh,
need for getting their dog or cat to a vet and finances are tight, we can help if it's an emergency. So there's lots of things that we have. We also have food available too. If somebody's
oh,
budget is a little tight for the month, we have dog and cat food available here at the shelter. So you can just stop in and sign up. We just take down your name and some information, and at that point we ask you if your pets have been spayed or neutered, and if they haven't, then we can provide you with a voucher. But we do have food available for your pets if budget is tight. So
okay. Well, people can find you at 10812 North O'Brien Hill Road in Hayward. And the phone number there is 715-634-5394. And I encourage people to check out your Facebook page because that's where you post all the new adoptees and their adoptors
yeah,
and the cats and dogs that come in, and you highlight them. So the Facebook page is pretty an active place to check out for new stuff.
yeah, it's always fun to when somebody, a dog or cat gets adopted, and we can take a family photo. And some people don't want that, but the majority of people are pretty proud of their new pet and love to have everybody see it. So
Yeah.
it's always
Yeah.
fun. Sometimes it's a challenge though. If you've got like a family with three little kids and then a kitten, and you're trying to get everybody to look at the
And
same time,
it all
it's
sit still at the same
yeah.
time. Uh-huh. All right, Lisa, thank you for updating us here, and hope you have a good week or a good month. We'll talk to you next month.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
All right, take care.
Take care. Bye bye.